There are a lot of people in this country who aren't bothered by NSA spying because they're not doing anything wrong and they have nothing to hide and they're not terrorists. But if you're one of the Americans that feels this way, there are a few things you should probably know. The first is that the NSA has not found a single terrorist, just like the TSA, that also violates your rights while purporting to keep you safe. But you should also know that your government has a very different definition of doing something wrong than you probably do. Because do you like weed or Molly or ecstasy or cocaine or shrooms or acid? Because if so, it's guaranteed that the NSA has your text messages and phone calls to your drug dealer on file. And if they so choose, they can forward those right on over to the DEA. The DEA has a special operations division that uses this information to prosecute Americans for ordinary drug crimes. But it gets better, because they pass that information on to local police departments so that they can get in on the prosecuting action too. But it gets even better, because the SOD also forwards their mass data from the NSA right on over to the IRS, so they can investigate you for tax fraud. So if you've worked a few extra jobs in this dire economy trying to make some extra money under the table, well, you're doing something wrong and the government wants to know about it. But there's more, because in all of these cases, these agencies use a technique called parallel construction to cover up their tracks, so that once you're in court, you're not allowed to know that they found you by spying on your personal information. But it gets even better, because have you ever sexted? Have you ever sent a picture of your boobs or your dick over a webcam to someone that you were intimate with? Because it just came out that the NSA played a vital role in helping the GCHQ, their British counterparts, spy on millions of Yahoo users' webcams. And you know what they found? That there was an undesirable amount of nudity. So there's something wrong with that too. And you're fooling yourself if you think that the NSA hasn't partaken in some of this action too, because come on, NSA employees get bored at work too, so it's silly to pretend that they haven't skimmed through anonymous people's private naked pictures because they're bored at work. So let's take these three things. Two of them are based solely in generating tax revenue, because they're using your tax dollars to investigate you for tax fraud and to prosecute you for drug crimes, which result in fines that go to the state and feed right into the prison industrial complex if you end up going to jail. And the third one, let's face it, is just creepy. So all of these three crimes are non-violent, yet your violent government that uses your tax dollars to bomb people all over the world and to attack American citizens through the police force is prosecuting you for being non-violent using violence. And they're probably getting wet dreams in their sleep. So maybe it's time to stop thinking that you have nothing to hide and start wondering what your government does have to hide, because there's plenty more that we still don't know.